So there was a post that said it takes about on Facebook from Joanne Music. And Joanne, if you're listening, this is you said it was 5 minutes. On the post about 5 minutes before your name can attach. Myself and Cynthia Hanley ran a test. We turned our appointment of counsel in to see how long it took for us to then access the individual. Respectfully, it took 45 minutes before we were able to access in the DA portal our stuff. So I know via your post that you said it took 5 minutes or so. Cynthia Hanley and I ran a test in the County Criminal Court of Law number 6. She turned her appointment of counsel in, and it took 45 minutes for us to access our portal entries. So I didn't comment on your Facebook post. I didn't comment on any of that, but I feel like it's important for us to talk about the discrepancies that we are finding. It did not take 5 minutes. It took 45 minutes. And that's a big problem when we have 5 court appointments. Or for example, and if you're at a court that starts at 8:30, that really don't start until 8:45 or 9, and they have to be out by 11.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a big problem that we can't do anything about because it took 45 minutes. It was, and I'm backing this up via Cynthia Hanley. She can call and she can talk about it. We tested it. It took 45 minutes for us to gain access to the portal.
Well, all right.
That's a big problem.
And that's actually a huge problem. I'm not putting that on Cindy or Joanne's back.
Right, it's not on either of theirs.
Is it because the clerks had so much paperwork?
No. We were like, here, we're coming in, we're going to test it.
This is a technology issue.
It is
look,
technology.
we do not have, the system is imperfect. The e-file for Texas was down earlier this week. You couldn't even file. You hadn't been able to file anything since Friday. And so if you wanted to file something, even if you wanted to file a notice of appearance and attach yourself to a case through e-file of Texas, you couldn't do it because it was down. It didn't come back up, I think, till late Tuesday afternoon. So the technology is the problem. I don't fault any of the individuals except for the individuals who sit in the county commissioner's court and the powers that be that set the budget because they're not spending enough on the technology. The Wi-Fi sucks.
Well, they've changed that.
They've changed it, but still, you can't have a system that you can't go completely paperless where you have to file for everything and not have the fastest, the best Wi-Fi when you've got hundreds of lawyers, clerks, judges, all accessing the same internet connection, basically. When everything is in the cloud, when everything is based on electronic access, I'm sorry, county commissioners, I'm sorry, Judge Emmett, I'm sorry, you guys. You guys are going to have to go to Comcast and say, upgrade us, and we're going to have to pay for it because you've got the civil courts, the family courts, the probate courts, the juvenile courts, the criminal courts. Everybody's basically using the same internet connection, and unless I'm wrong, if somebody wants to come in and correct me and tell me that each court system has their own,
They don't.
Yeah, it's the same thing, okay? So it's probably the same thing that they use for the entire county.
I believe that.
And so you can't have thousands of county employees, hundreds of lawyers, all sucking off the bandwidth and expect it to work perfectly.